16 months ago, after my divorce, I was still stuck. My ex had moved on, remarried. I was seeing my daughter only on the weekends, and every time I tried to start something new, I sabotaged it, without knowing why. Then a voice inside me, the kind you don't argue with, told me to rewatch Lost. It wasn't the first time. Every major low point in my life, I felt the same pull toward that show. And every time I listen, it shows me something about myself I wasn't ready to see before. This time, it showed me exactly why I couldn't let go and how to finally start. Here's what it taught me. I'm Nick, and on this channel I help people survive divorce, burnout, and the identity crisis nobody prepares you for. Every video is built on real research, real philosophy, and my own lived experience. No fluff, just the things that actually helped. Let me tell you what being stuck actually looked like. Not the polished version, the real one. Every other Saturday I drop off my daughter. She wraps her arms around my neck. She cries. She says, "I want to stay with you, Daddy." I hold it together long enough to say goodbye. I get in the car and I drive home in complete silence. Then I'd go on a date, sit across a perfectly good woman and feel nothing. Or spend the whole time building a mental case for why it wouldn't work. Always something. And the YouTube channel? Camera ready, microphone ready, ideas ready. I'd sit down to record and spend hours adjusting the lighting, afraid to press the record button, afraid to start. I told myself I just needed more time. That one day I'd wake up and feel ready. That day never comes. There's a concept in psychology called rumination, when your brain replays painful memories on a loop because it genuinely believes it can go back and fix what went wrong. Researchers who study post-divorce identity collapse, and yes, that's a real thing, found that people who struggle longest aren't those who loved the hardest. They're the ones who never learned to process the loss. They just relived it. This isn't weakness, this is biology. I call it the Purgatory Pattern. When you're physically present in your life, but emotionally still frozen in a moment that is already over. And here's why time alone will never fix it. Time doesn't heal the Purgatory Pattern. It just makes you better at hiding it, better at functioning inside it. The Purgatory Pattern responds to only one thing: the decision to walk through it, deliberately, step by step, and that's exactly what Lost taught me how to do. Let me show you. If you've never watched Lost, here's what you need to know. Flight 815 crashed on a mysterious island. 48 survivors, and every single one of them was already lost before the plane went down. The island isn't their problem. The island was just the place where they finally had to face it. The character I want to talk about is Jack Shepherd, a surgeon, the man everyone turns to in crisis, because he projects control even when he's falling apart inside. Jack's entire identity is built around fixing. If something is broken, he repairs it. If someone is in danger, he saves them. But underneath, a man who never grieved his failed marriage, who self-sabotages every relationship, who makes decisions from fear disguised as logic. I watched him for 6 seasons, waiting for him to figure it out. And somewhere along the way, I realized I wasn't watching Jack, I was watching myself. The man performing perfect fatherhood on the weekends he had to compensate for the ones he didn't. The man sitting across from real women on dates, feeling nothing, because real meant risking being hurt again. The man standing frozen in front of a camera, adjusting the lighting for the 3rd time, because perfect felt safer than starting. Same wound, different story. In the final season, Lost introduces the Flash Sideways, a parallel world where the characters live normal lives with no memory of the island. No pain, no chaos. It looks like a better life, but it's a half-life. They are going through the motions, working, talking, existing, with something essential missing. They've blocked out the very experiences that made them who they are. That's the 2nd layer of the Purgatory Pattern. Not just replaying the past, but numbing yourself so completely you stop feeling the present too. You function, you show up, but you're not really there. The Flash Sideways ends when the characters start to remember. The wall breaks, the grief, the love, the fullness of who they are. It all floats back. And Jack's father looks at him and says 5 words. You can let go now. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means accepting that the past is complete and that it does not get to write the next chapter. Jack didn't let go because the pain disappeared. He let go because he stopped waiting for the island to give him something it was never going to give him. Here's how you do the same. In the final scene of Lost, Jack lies down in the bamboo field, the same place he woke up after the crash. He stops fighting, he lets go. I call these 5 steps the bamboo protocol. Not therapy exercises, just 5 things nobody tells you to do after a major loss, but that actually work. Step 1. Write the funeral letter. Don't grieve the person, grieve the life you thought you were going to have, the future you planned, the version of yourself you believed you were becoming. Until you mourn that, a part of you stays frozen, waiting for something that no longer exists. When I wrote mine, it didn't just bring up sadness. It showed me exactly what I actually value and who I still want to become. Step 2. Identify the beliefs the pain left behind. Every major loss leaves invisible marks, conclusions your brain drew about your worth, about your trust, about life, and now run silently behind every decision you make. Finish these sentences raw and unedited. Because of what happened, I now believe I am. Because of what happened, I now believe others are. Because of what happened, now I believe life is. Whatever comes out, that is what is running your life right now. Name it, then ask, is this actually true? Or did a painful moment teach me this as a fact? Step 3. Choose presence over performance. After a major loss, most people compensate, performing happiness for family, performing recovery for friends, performing confidence on dates. The performance is exhausting, and everyone around you feels it. Show up as you actually are. One honest conversation beats 10 polished ones. Real and imperfected presence is worth more than any performance you could give. Step 4. Turn the torch inward. How much energy do you spend on external problems, other people's needs, work challenges, staying busy, while your own inner work sits untouched? Staying busy with the outside world is the most socially acceptable form of avoidance there is. It looks like strength, it isn't. What would change if you gave your own healing even half the energy you give everything else? Step 5. Sit with the silence. Once a week, 30 minutes. No phone, no podcast, no music. Just you and whatever comes up. Most of us fill every quiet moment with noise, because silence is where the unprocessed pain lives. I did this for a long time, but slowly, sitting in the discomfort instead of running from it, I found something unexpected on the other side. Not emptiness, not darkness, clarity, and the first real sense of peace I'd felt in years. 5 steps, no shortcuts, but each one moves you further from the island. Jack didn't wait until he was fully healed to let go. He just stopped holding on. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to be willing to start. That's the bamboo protocol. And it begins the moment you decide the island no longer gets to keep you. Jack didn't fix everything before the plane took off. He just stopped holding the island together with his bare hands and trusted that it would be okay without him. You don't need to have it all figured out either. You just need to put some of it down. If this helped you, share it with someone who's still on the island. And I'll see you in the next one. If you liked this video, you can also check out my latest one.